Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatha, goddess of pain.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner? I was invited to teach them some of my techniques. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas, these goblins seem to thrive on the crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? I realize this looks strange, but I assure you, it is a most intimate form of worship. You see, pain is a loving thing, but trying to explain it to these goblins has proven. Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Leviatha teaches us through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I wouldn't let his skilled hand anywhere near me.
Is that a promise? A pity, though. You would have known such sweet relief at my hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to my own worship.
I could write something in the Absolute's honor if I knew more about her.
Back off! Don't bother the talent. Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo, till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Him? Nah. Hey, he don't mind. Keeps him safe from me mates. Raids make him rabid.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Take him for a jaunt, why don't ya? And don't let the lads snatch him up. No, tell him what they'll do to him. Bring him back when he's all tuckered out. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Look at this! I'm quite saved! A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious method, but by God, it'll do the trick. Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. Oh, dry your eyes, ill-mater. It's me or a goblin cookpot. I know which I'd choose. Now, much obliged for the chat, but I'm here to trade. Pleasure.
Breathe deep and move.
Wouldn't go in there. Lest you fancy blowing your bones all the way to Baldur's Gate.
Nothing for you in there, mate.
Unless you like big, bristling, hairy legs, I wouldn't go down there, mate. That's the spider pit.
Another outsider come to see the boss? Mind your manners now, or he'll throw you in the pit. This ain't the party, pal. We're working here.
On my way.
I've seen flumps and owlbears and squiddies. I've never seen nothing like you.
Now bugger off!
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglubiet.
You know Maglubiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. Maglubiet's looked out for me since I was knee-high to a war pup. Bollocks to this absolute, I say, and bollocks to you and all. You think this is funny? I'll be more laughing when things turn ugly. Safer in here and out there.
Light on my feet.
Those fish fellas at the inn raid ain't had a chance. I chopped them up and tossed them on the flames.
Well, ain't you cock of the walk? Go get the blade of frontiers, unless you want my piss in your ale.
The blade? Spike's seen him fight, says he's a pussycat. If he'd crossed me, I'd crack open his skull and scoop out the brains.
That's all you got? I spot the whelp, and I'm strapping him to the spit and watching him roast.
A good-natured round of how to murder the blade? Come on. Let's play. It's just a game, Chief. What harm could it do? Boys, this is child's play. You want the blade to suffer? Slice his feet off and make him eat them. Raw.
Oh, you're real nasty. You! How would you kill off the blade, chum? Lop off his head? Boil him up for the wargs to gobble?
Oh, yes? We're all ears, Yellow. Moving on, I'll show you one better. Watch close now. Get ready, Chief. It's time to unleash the blade. Oh, you're no fun. Good luck, boys. Hope you find where that blade fellow is hiding.
I hear Spike messed with the Blade of Frontiers.
Yeah, right. Kept her run's eyeball like it's some kind of trophy.
Sugan al Sukok, Utashokek doors. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Baldur's bones.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Sukok.
This is the big boss. Strike him down.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull.
A gift.
You taste the ale on his tongue, and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin, bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon, and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
Guess it doesn't matter what you are. You're a true soul. And that's good enough for me.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature, even in death. But not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roams the Nautiloid. It would have seen you. Known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
Then take it. Absolute knows I'm not getting anywhere.
You read aloud the words on the scroll. The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Ragslin scowls, shocked by a question you shouldn't have asked, and a jolt shoots through you. The creature speaks in visions, a swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high. Control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
I saw it too. Gith on the hunt. They know something.
It is like fireworks in your skull. His trust is quickly waning.
You, Gith! What do you know about this dead squiddy? You're a real true soul. I felt it.
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon! That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. I doubt true soul Minthara has much patience left.
And streams
That was intense. I wouldn't want to bump into that thing while it was still alive. Someone needs to keep an eye on these buggers. I don't make a habit of questioning the Absolute. Now quiet!
Draw Ragsling's a true soul. Oh, look at him, eh? Boss put you to work, huh? Boss!
the Absolute.
True soul, eh? I figured the Absolute had standards.
With the dead!
I'll do what he says. Ain't wanna make the boss any madder than he already is.
Their cities will be razed to the ground. And they know she is Absolute! What you needing now? The Absolute's got room for everyone, long as you don't defy her. And nobody's that stupid. If the Absolute says to take orders from a drow, then we toe the mark. No questions. You look spiffy to me. What do you need a healer for? Well, let me know when you find one. Priestess Gut's better at causing pain than curing it.
Very well. Time to press.
The Absolute honors you.
A scrying eye.
You see the eye what's it floating about? Best hope it don't take a fancy to you. Unless you like playing hide and seek when you're trying to take a damp. It's a floating eye, mate. What do you reckon? Bloody spying on us. The bigwigs at Moonrise like to be involved, the drow says. Load of trollop. Just don't trust us to do what we do best. Killing things!
The eye's glassy black surface reflects your gaze. As you gaze deeper, you feel a focus, an intent. You feel a brief lurching connection, the sensation of falling into your own image endlessly. Confusion, alarm. Then the presence withdraws, leaving a dull black mirror once more. The eye doesn't seem to notice your presence.
Thing they're good at.
Mistress! It's me, your loyal servant, Sazza. I'm back, and I brought a friend.
How thoughtful. And where did you find this friend?
They was in some rickety druid grove, mostly full of tieflings, but them intruders you're after were hiding out there.
I presume you dealt with my prey and massacred the rest.
Well, the thing about that is, they sort of massacred us. This mug helped me escape, though. I say we stick a few holes in her, show how grateful we are.
You feel a cold hand caress your mind as the drow praises you.
Oh dear. Your prisoner is one of the Absolute's favorites, Sazza. A true soul.
No, it can't be. They was in the grove, hanging around with the tieflings.
Undercover, no doubt. Carrying out the Absolute's will. Oh, Sazza, you have made a grave error. And it will be your last. My spiders are hungry, little one. But before they feast, tell me where that grove is. And I may yet spare your life.
It's past the bridge, to the east. Big old gate covered in ivy. Don't hurt me, mistress, please.
I will not hurt you. My spiders will have that pleasure.
No, I'm mucked up, I'm sorry. But I didn't know who they was. They didn't tell me nothing. I told ya, I was trying to follow orders best I could.
Silence, wretch. And remember, you owe your miserable life to this one.
I won't cause any more trouble. I swear.
Through sheer luck, that pathetic worm has brought me the information I need. And it seems that the inhabitants of the grove trust you. We can use that against them. You have a part to play in this slaughter.
Return to the grove. When my raiding party approaches, throw open the gate and signal me.
I do not intend to lead a suicidal charge. The goblins are expendable. I am not.
The Absolute brought you here for a reason. To throw open those gates and crush our enemies. Take care of it, quickly. You are needed here, and my patience wears thin.
Get out of
We're
my
waiting for
sight.
Spears are sharp. The lads are all riled up and ready.
Those teeth. Those horrible teeth. Take this. It's everything I've got. I won't try and get you killed again. Promise. Just let me go. I tell you anything, and my life ain't worth a rat's breakfast. Dunno, never repaid anything. But you've been square with me, true. What do you want to know? She's got all kinds of booyarg. Sickly tasting stuff. Might make your limbs grow back, but it's as sour as a bugbear's whittle. I saw Draw Ragslin stash some stuff behind the waterfall, near the bridge. You want it? It's yours. It's all yours. Is that it? Can I go?
Ready to clear your head? Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell. Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind, like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric. Sifting deeper, she sees the Mind Flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches, and you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Help! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain. No, it's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah? Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though. It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple. You won't regret this. Being a true soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So drink this. It'll purify ya.
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
I ain't deceiving nobody. I'm trying to help. I guess we're doing this the hard way, then. Sweet dreams. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking. I know that much. I saw the whole horrible story in your memories. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out, your skin rips off, and you turn into one of them. Stop it! Why would I want to do that? I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope? It's my master you should thank. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. You'll meet him again soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude. In the meantime, try not to get yourself killed. I won't always be watching.
In nocte concilium.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
So, God. My mother's swollen.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Killed without a mark. Who the hell does she serve?
Steal something. Or write the bollocks, will ya? I'm itching to throw someone in the brig. It'll be fun. I promise.
Very well.
What do you reckon tiefling meat tastes like? Hands off. This one's for the pups.
Here to see the bear? Just follow the noise. Wargs have been going crazy for it. Just hope these scraps will satisfy the bunch when they're in this state.
Smells big. Big belly. Big guts.
And especially his weight.
It don't look so scary now.
How much farther can I go?
Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, 3.
Again! Make it squeal again.
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
What here? Get lost if you can't stand a bit of roughhousing.
Pawn to Cleric 4.
Inveniam viam.
Et alibi.
Veniam via!
Curo.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the Druid Halsin. Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide. Parasites in your head. You mean you have one of them? Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible? Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let's see what we can do. There's a chokehold of magic binding the creature to you. Any efforts to remove it would almost certainly kill you. Or worse. Your resolve is most admirable. It'll serve you well for where you've to go. Moonrise Towers. That place is where the cultists send their captives. Innocents go in, true souls come out. It has to be the source of this magic. Precisely. If we can understand just what this magic is, then perhaps we can rid you of this parasite. It's immensely powerful, whatever it is. Strong enough to slow ceremorphosis to a crawl. Luckily, that gives you more time. I wish I could, but there's still work I've yet to finish. Blood I've yet to spill. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected. Korga. I should have suspected she'd take things too far. I'll deal with her when I can. But there are other matters to attend to before that. Help me kill the leaders of this horde, save my grove, then I will help you. 3 deaths could win us peace. The Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself. There is no safety. Not while this rot festers. Once it is cut out, once the grove is secure, then I shall leave. My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. May Sylvanas guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here. The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger, thanks to them. Traveling to Moonrise is no small task. Expect dangers like you've never seen before. This is different. There's more fingers on a hand than there are survivors of that place. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in this very Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers, through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Cleric built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars? I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a path to Moonrise Towers, bypassing the worst of the Shadow Curse. You'll need to pick up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in these ruins, from what I've heard. The decision is yours, but I'd favor the Underdark. Even a place like that is the lesser evil compared to the shadow-cursed lands. Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Cleric and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region. Before he was defeated, I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet. If I could join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I could have both helped you find a cure for your infection and lifted the curse. But the Grove must come first, I'm afraid. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. You will. Oakfather bless you. I'll be in your debt twice over if we succeed. You know what's needed. The deaths of Dror Ragzlin, the Drow Minthara, and the Priestess Gut. May nature guide you. I could come and help you, but be warned. I won't be able to suppress my animal side. Subtlety will not be an option. May Sylvanus guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
Another step forward.